Hello, Papa J Learns Excel here. So in this video, I'm going to teach you about 4 functions which you will use very often. Okay, the first one is left, mid, right, and len. Len, it means length. Okay, L-E-N. Length is actually, okay, just step here first. Length is actually this. Okay, so without further, I think you can guess from the function name what it's used for, right? What they're used for. So let's begin with left function first. Okay, so in this example, I'm going to show you how to extract some characters from the string. So we have the string over here, which is the name Brian Gates. So how do you extract Brian? Okay, so you can use this method. It goes to left, right, and then the text. Okay, over here. You type 4. There you have it, Brian. And what about Cristiano Ronaldo? Okay, same. Cristiano Ronaldo has 9 characters. Okay, so we can do this. But this is actually not very good. Okay, because you're typing in a absolute number over here. So you need to do it for every cell, okay, which is not ideal. Okay. So we have a more ideal formula over here. So previously you learned about search function, right? Okay, now you can combine left and search function. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, so you can see that there's a space over here. Okay, if you want to extract the first thing, right, there's a space over here. Okay, so you need to find out the position of the space over here. Okay, so how do we do this? We just find out search. Okay, space and within the text. So it returns 5, right? It returns 5. But so let's say we try. Okay, so sometimes you need to do a trials and error in order to achieve the outcome that you want. Okay, so you can do this. Okay, X. So remember that. Okay, I'll just for reference, I'll just place this over here first. Okay, so you know. Okay, so search will return 5, right? For finding the space. Okay, so if you type left over here, okay, X, comma, and then close parentheses. Close parentheses. Okay, you will get a first name. Okay, but the caveat over here is this first name over here has 5 characters, because at the end of it there is a space, so you must be careful. There's a space. Okay, so if you want the space to be there, then you can leave it. If you don't want the space to be there, remember to put a -1. Okay, you get what I mean? Okay, if you don't want the space, you put -1. Okay. Okay, now for the last name, it's a bit more difficult. We'll go through later. Okay, so now we have gone through left and also how to use search inside left. Okay. Hello, so we have went through the left function. Okay, now we shall go through the right function. So right function is similar, but left function is the easiest. Okay, right function is not as easy as left, but still easy. Okay. So how do we use the right function? Okay, so in this example for David Beckham, just type right. Okay, the text, this is the text, right, that you want to find, that you want to extract from. So Beckham, let's say you want to extract last name. Beckham has 7 characters. Okay, so you get Beckham, and Ryan Giggs also. Ryan Giggs has 5 characters. Okay, but this is not the way to do it. Okay, because for every cell you want it to be easily, you want the formula to be populated for the whole list. Okay, you don't want to customize. Okay, this is very tedious. Okay, so how we are going to do it? Okay, we'll come back to this later. Okay, we need to use the len function. Okay, so for right function is very straightforward, but if you want to extract the last name, is a bit more difficult. Okay, let's go to the mid function first. Okay, so as for the mid function, how do we do this? Okay, Okay, so let's use David Beckham as an example, right? Okay, I think the full name for David Beckham is David Robert. I think Robert Joseph Beckham. Okay, I think this is the full name. Okay, middle name. Right. Okay. So I think this is the full name lah. But if it's not, it's okay. 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 So let's say you want to extract the middle name. So what you do is you type equals to mid. The text over here. Let's say you want to extract Robert. Okay. And what is the start number? Okay, the starting number. If you want to start from 1, you won't be able to extract, right? Okay, so you must start from the character R, which is on the 7th position, right? And then number of characters, Robert has 6 characters. I will give you Robert, okay? As for the rest, I don't know, but okay. So this is how you use mid. Alright, it's quite easy, right? Let's repeat. Okay, the first argument is the text. The second argument is the starting position. Okay, the starting position is 7, which is R. And then the number of characters is 6. Okay? Okay, so this is for mid. Now let's go to LEN function before we go back to the right function. Okay, so the length, let's start here. Length of name. Okay, so how do you use the LEN function? Pretty straightforward. Just type LEN and the text itself. You return 13. So why is it 13? Because 5 from David, 1 from space, and 7 from Beckham. So it will count all the characters including the space. Okay, just take note. Okay, so it's very easy. So how are we going to use the LEN function to extract the last name? Okay, so let's go through a little bit of logic over here. So we want to, okay, let's say we want to extract Paul Scholes. Paul Scholes is easier. Okay, so Paul Scholes has how many characters? Scholes has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters, right? Okay, so we want to use the right function. Okay, so remember, so we want to use the right function, right? Okay, the right function should give us, let's do this. Okay, so the right function should give us 7, should return us 7 characters. Okay, so over here we are going to use the right function, and we want this value to be 7 over here. 7 over here. Okay, so how do we get the value 7? Okay, so we know the search function. We can search for the space over here, right? And we know the LEN function, so we can find the whole length. Okay, so this is how we do. We can do it step by step. Okay, step by step. Okay, so we just type write the LEN function. Okay, we just type over here length. Okay, length. So the length of Paul Scholes is the length of Paul Scholes is 12. Okay, space, position of space, right? Okay, so we just type equals to search for space. Okay, within this text. Okay, the search is in the position 5. So now how do we get 7? We just take the length minus the position of space, right? That will give us 7. Okay, so let's do this. Organize it a bit. Okay, so this is what we want, right? We want 12 minus 5. Okay, so the formula should be this minus this. Okay, so we just have to copy this formula, type it over here, right? And type a minus sign. Okay, type a minus sign, and then we copy the formula over here. Okay, so how do we copy? Okay, we copy this whole thing. Let's copy this whole thing, and then put it inside over here. You get 7, right? Okay, and then we are going to change this argument over here to this argument, right? Okay, but before we change, we copy the formula. Copy the formula without the equal sign. Okay, without the equal sign. and then you replace 7 by the formula. There you have it. Your scores. Okay? You can copy this to every cell, and then you will get the answer, the last name. Alright? So simple? Okay. This part is actually not simple. Okay? To get the first name, you need a little bit of thinking. Okay? To get the last name, you need to think about how to do the combinations. Okay? But anyway, the formula is you can just copy it. Okay? So this is for left function, right function, mid function, and we are using len function to find out the names over here. Okay, to find out the names over here. Okay? So that's it for this video. Thank you and see you again. Papa J learns Excel here. Bye.